Well, Jan, you're a liar because I'm not against law. I'm a lawyer, unlike you. I don't pretend to be a lawyer. I'm actually a real lawyer. I'm not against
really?
law.
Well, don't tell the judge that you don't want a government or a state.
Yeah. Fuck the judge.
Anyway.
And fuck
Okay,
you.
so I'm gonna answer. I'm answering you. I answered your question. Yes, I think it's possible, and you can have more or less of a limited government. Unfortunately, we have strayed to less.
The answer is that you are doing what statists always do. You come up with situations, you're trying to justify aggression, and you won't do it directly because you can't do it, because you are a craven, coward defender of the state.
Come on.
No. I mean that directly and explicitly, and I will.
But you're right. You say you won't answer my.
No. I'm not going to let you pontificate. That's it. You're done.
Are you going to answer my question or not?
Come on, let's be respectful.
Give me your question.
Yes
no.
or no.
Daniel, fuck no. Jan, give me your question in 10 seconds, and I'll answer it. If you give me a coherent question in 10 seconds. And that's it.
I gave you a question. If you're dying of
thirst,
thirst,
question right now. Give me the question.
If you were dying of thirst, would you try to steal some water if the only person that had some refused to give it or sell you any?
It's a stupid question, and you're reading it. I don't know the answer because you haven't specified the context. Okay? So
I just told you in the context.
No, you didn't.
And you want the broad category if it makes it any easier?
You're not a lawyer. If you were a real lawyer, you would know that this is not a real context.
Are you going to permit this ad hominem?
It's not ad hominem. I mean, do you even know how to read?
Come on.
Read the word. It's ad hominem.
You see, all you can do is insult. And that's the problem with anarchists.
Unfortunately, it's easy to do. Well, if anarchists can insult people, that means anarchism is wrong, right?
No, that doesn't mean that it's wrong, but it makes it disagreeable to debate.
Yeah, it's disagreeable to be taxed by you motherfuckers. So let me ask you a question.
Oh my goodness, now you want to start with obscenities.
No, you start with theft, I start with obscenities. How about that?
What?
Let me ask you a question. How can you
you want to ask? So this is really interesting to me. So you expect me to answer your question?
I don't expect
you won't answer mine
except statism from people like you. I don't expect anything from people like you. You are nothing. You are nothing.
Any more insults? Nothing. Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, being statist.
Look, when people start with insults like this, it just means that they're bankrupt.
Or maybe they're right. How about that?
Oh, no,
please.
Well, I can't wait for you guys to die out and for the next 1 or 2 or 3 generations to come up. Well, the answer is my money is taken from me every April 16th, motherfucker. Do you understand? That's the answer.
Okay, so can he continue with obscenities and in this debate?
Well, if you can take my money, I can have obscenities.
Moderator, you agree that insults and obscenities would not be allowed in the debate. You're not enforcing.
Well, what about advocating coercion against the other guy in the debate? Is that permitted?
Look, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny that I paid more in taxes last year than you've probably made in your life.
Oh boy!
Well, that's really funny.
It's not funny. Engage in a civilized debate that we should not.
I am. Look, that's my opinion. I'm welcome to my opinion. So you can shut the fuck up for a second.
And then that I was and that I wasn't. It goes back and forth.
Well, you're in favor of taxation.
No, I told you under what circumstances I'm in favor of what taxation.
Whatever. I don't care. You are my enemy. You are my enemy, and if we ever have a war, I will.
I'm your enemy. Wow, you don't know the difference between your enemies and your friends. I'm the guy who's at the front line fighting for you.
Yes, I do. Most of my enemies are not as confused
trying to prevent all the redistribution of wealth that's going on. So
you're a statist. You pretend you're like a libertarian. You pretend you're not a libertarian. You're a statist.
Stefan.
Well, you are. No, Daniel. He is. He's in favor of taxation.
Okay, well.
I'm not justifying any positions. What I am saying is that people have a view that they have, and the point of a debate.
I don't care about people's views, okay? If they leave me the fuck alone, that's fine. He wants to take my money from me, and that's not true.
Was there ever a point in your life?
It's not funny, Jen.
Was there ever a
if I was a loser like you, I would think it was a joke, okay? But if you make a lot of money, it actually makes a difference.
Stefan, was there ever a point in your life where you supported taxation?
Never, ever.
Nobody can trust you, Kinsella, because you do not
when you were a
comply with your agreement.
government guy?
You are a welcher. You breach your agreement. You don't. An agreement with you is worthless because you won't follow it. You agree to things and you won't do them.
Jan, do you even know what? Do you even know what Rothbard's title contract
you don't have any integrity, and you don't even realize that you displayed that to everyone here on this video. That you are unwilling to comply with the rules that you agreed.
But I'm not advocating taxation, unlike you.
So you think that
unlike you,
all you can think about is taxation, and you can't.
Hey, Jan, you understand that your days are numbered. No one cares about you.
Oh dear, are you a hitman?
You are just a statist. No one cares about old washed out losers like you. You understand that?
Oh, more at Hanemums and everything. Okay.
It's not an homonym. You can't even pronounce the word right.
That Hanemums is willing to follow the format that they agreed, okay? Because this guy will not, and you said he was laid back. Well, laid back, I don't know what that means.
So people like me, we hang out with people that are actually successful, real people, or we hang out with principled people, not people like you.
I think it's pointless at this point. Since a person will not comply.
Yeah, fuck off. Bye.